on.
Did it? I wonder if it went on the right one.
Says we're live.
Yep. Let me see. Let me see. I'm gonna check my YouTube channel on my phone and see if it went to the right one. It did.
Don't you love it when technology actually works for us?
Yes, it worked. I can't believe it. I'm so happy. And somebody's in here, but I don't know who it is.
Oh, cool. I don't see the chat. So
Oh, you don't see the chat.
no, it just says messages from audience will display here. So once that person writes a message, then I'll see it. But you
Yeah.
can probably see the people that are in there.
Well, I can
So
just, yeah, somebody's in here.
yay! Yay!
Okay, so what we were talking about, I was asking you, how did you wake up?
Okay. Well, for those of you, so first of all, Mary Jean, I appreciate you having me on here. And I'm Shelly Dressel. I have Goddess Light channeling, or no, I think my YouTube is because I had a YouTube page taken down. So now I'm Shelly Dressel Channeler. And so that's how you can find my other stuff on YouTube. But hey, Cajun Bird, good to see you. So how did I start this? I am one of the ones that's been doing this for a very, very, very long time. My awakening began around 1992, 93, something like that. And I had gone through a divorce, moved from San Francisco to Atlanta. I was a single mom. I'm a registered nurse, working as a registered nurse full time. And I started having panic attacks, and I started having just this anxiety that I was like, oh my God, something's going on, something's going on. And it led to all of this loneliness. I did go into counseling for a while, and there were some suppressed memories that were coming up. And that kind of was part of my opening up too, dealing with that. But it also just led me to start looking for, what is my purpose in life? I kept feeling like I'm here for a reason. There's something I'm supposed to be doing. And I just didn't know what it was. So that was kind of what prompted me. And if people have heard me in other places, you may have heard me say, now, if you're young, you probably have never heard of this, but Dionne Warwick back in the early 90s had the Psychic Friends Network. And so I was young, single
No, I
mom.
heard of it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Cool. And so it was like $100 for maybe 15 minutes. And I thought, oh my gosh. And, but the person was really, really legit and really spot on, because I just said, I'm so lonely. There's something I'm supposed to be doing. And she says, well, you're a healer. And I said, I know, I'm a nurse. And she says, no, you're a healer. And I thought, oh, okay, whatever that means. And she said my third eye was opening up, and she just gave me a lot of really good information that led me to go and figure out, what's your third eye? What does she mean I'm a healer? So I've always been very, very inquisitive, and those statements caused me to start looking. My sister's a year younger, and so she and I would like, let's go see what this is about. Let's go find out about this. But that led me to taking classes, to doing Kundalini yoga, to becoming a Reiki master. This is over like 3 or 4 years. And with every step that I took, I kept feeling like, yeah, this is really good. Yeah, I think there's something to this. Yes, I think, but I still felt like there's something I'm supposed to be doing, and I just didn't really know what it was.
Yeah. So you said you work with the archangels.
Yes, and so interesting about that. So once I had gotten my Reiki master, I'm here in Atlanta, and there was a group that I took the attunements through that would meet and have free healing sessions. Anyone could come in off the street. We'd do it on each other. It was pretty big. We'd usually have like 4 or 5 tables set up. And so as I was doing healing work on people, and even if I was doing it myself, like out of my house, I kept getting messages for people. And I would say, hey, your angel has a message for you, or hey, I'm feeling like, did your dad pass over, or things like that. And I started giving people messages. So that's when I began to realize that Hello again. So
Hi,
that's when I began
Angel.
to realize that I think maybe this is now getting more on track. It was that communicating with them, and so as I began to channel, I still have my books like of those first. I would channel, automatic writing, and the first energy that I channeled was called blue energy. And I realized that, and I think this is true for everybody, kind of as you're opening up to things. So blue energy would talk to me and give me messages, and I knew I felt really good. So I knew it was a high vibration. Well, it turns out that it was Archangel Michael. And if he had said right at the very beginning, yeah, I'm Archangel Michael, I probably would have been, oh my God, I'm channeling Archangel Michael. Is this legit? What do I need to do? So the lesson that I got out of that is how to not go into your ego when you work with these people, because they're there to help us. They're there to help with healing, with information, with so many different things. And so he was one of the first ones that I worked with, and through him, I've worked with many, many other of the archangels, the angels, your guides, just different things like that.
I love the archangels. I do meditations with them every other day with my chakras.
Yes,
Who I
indeed.
call in to cleanse and clear my chakras is the
Yeah.
archangels.
Yeah,
So
I think that's a great idea. And there's a lot that's been said in the past couple of years. We're learning a lot. Well, I think our history as we know it is very different from how we know it. And so there was a couple of years ago, or maybe it was last year, I can't remember when, but there were a lot of people that were saying, "Oh, the angels are all bad." And I have to disagree with anyone that says all bad or all good, because I feel as if I have learned a lot more about the fallen angels, and I
mhm.
think that they are definitely negative, and that they play that part in the positive negative balance of things. But I've never felt like, Michael and Raphael and this group of angels that I work with, I've never felt like they were low vibration. So I think it's really important for people to use discernment. Um,
Mhm.
because there are many different beings out there, and if you're not paying attention to your vibration, like you said, when you go into your meditation and you call them in, you're raising your vibration, you're staying in a high frequency, and that's how probably, I'm just guessing, just from what you're saying, that's how then that you're connecting with them, and then you develop a relationship so that you always feel it, and you know who or you're connecting.
Actually, one of my guides is Archangel Raphael.
I love him. I
I
feel Yes, I feel as if Archangel Raphael is my healing guide. So when I'm doing a private session for someone and there's someone that needs energy healing, be it clearing out cords or healing something in the body, it's always Raphael that comes forward, and he merges with the person's heart and works from the inside out. And then Archangel Michael might work with cutting cords and stuff from the outside in.
Yeah, well, I took a picture. I took a picture of Archangel Raphael on a cloud, and he was huge, and he has a big green heart on his chest.
Wow. Wow.
I have the picture.
Oh, is it close by?
I don't know how to do it on here to where I could put it up.
That's okay. Maybe when we get done, you can show it to me, because that sounds amazing.
Well, I can
When
share it to your Telegram. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
if people are awake, they'll be able to see it.
yeah,
If they're not awake, they can't see. You can
right.
just see the big green heart on. He's standing like this with his wings out,
Uh-huh.
with the angel wings out, in a white dress.
Wow. I love it. I love it. So when you were telling me how you see so much in the clouds, and I think like your statement that you see it because you're awake, and I absolutely believe that you see because you believe, as opposed to believe because you see. I think that those are kind of opposites, and whenever or that's your reality or your truth, then you see the things that you might not have noticed otherwise.
Yeah, they came somebody came on a cloud and visited me. Actually, there was no clouds in the sky. And one day I'm just sitting on my porch and all of a sudden a cloud just pops in and then comes, I mean, this close to my house, and that never happens. And I'm like, and then I I was taking a video of it because I was like, I love you guys. I love you. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Thank you. And then my video, somebody pointed out to me that there was 2 UFOs that flew behind it.
Ah.
So that's another thing.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
So I have found that the energy has changed so much. I know that there's a lot of people that have really been awakening since like 2020, and especially since 2022. But for someone like myself, and I'm not quite sure for you, Mary Jean, when this all started for you, but starting in the 90s when the energy was so heavy and so dense, and when I remember what it was like then, and I always felt like I had to take so many steps to get into an opening energy, and now it just feels like I think it and it's there. Now, of course, that can be because I've been doing it for so long. However, to me, it's like what the shift in energy means is that it's very transparent and there aren't as many hurdles to go over, and like what's around you is something that's thinner or lighter instead of heavy. What's your perception of changes in energy?
Well, when I woke up in probably 2019, I started waking up,
Mm-hmm.
but I've always felt the loving energy my whole life. I've always felt like I was protected
Mm-hmm.
by, somebody. I didn't know who it was, but now I know that it was, the angels and whoever else. But
Mm-hmm.
the energy is changing, and it really started changing in probably for me in I'd say April and May is when I really started being more intuitive and feeling a lot more things.
Very interesting.
Yeah, that's when it really amped up because I was so worried. I was like, what is going on? When am I gonna see anything? When am I gonna know anything?" And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden, poof, one day I just woke up and it's like I felt them here with me, and
Yeah.
I could put my hands out and I could feel them in my hands.
Wonderful.
Like, it's
Wonderful.
amazing.
Mhm. Mhm. And it's interesting that you say April because, in March, that's when they had all those eclipses. And that was when I felt, and the equinox, and I felt like that really opened up the energy. And
Mhm.
so you're a direct example of how that, you were there, you were ready, the energy opened, and here I am. Come
Yeah,
on
'cause
in.
I spent, like, 2 years actually in that closet back there, um, just meditating and, just, things like that, just trying to get closer to the divine, but I really didn't feel them as much, I mean, I felt them, but I really felt them after that eclipse.
Yeah.
That's when it started. That is
Yeah.
definitely when it started, and I know a lot of people that are in my groups, they feel the same way. It started for them also at that time.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, it's so much of this you can see more in hindsight because, like, especially in 2012, there was a huge opening because that was the end of the Mayan calendar. And I kept saying, "Wow, it's so different. It's so new." And I kept feeling like, "Do I know you or do I not know?" It, like all these new people. And what it was I was connecting to people at a different level within themselves. And so it always felt like, "Do I know you? Have we talked before?" And so that was a huge transition. And then, of course, things kind of just stayed the same. But when you compare the last 4 years to really even the last 15 or 20 years, everything has ramped up so fast and so quickly that now it doesn't take years for a change to take place. It takes months, days, or weeks, and changes are taking place.
Yeah. Yep, that's true. Hi, Russ. Thank you for being here. He says, I have my unique way of healing myself. I mean, little things like sharp pain in my jaw hinge or scratchy. And I
Okay.
have a stiff neck. I imagine green light healing. Yes, imagine that green light around you.
So, green has always been associated with healing, has it not? And so now when you say that Raphael has his heart that looked green to you, and I know I always use him, that would be another way to also amp it up, that just bringing in the green light because you know that works for you, and then saying, hey, Raphael, if you can boost this, or whatever it is.
Yeah, because when I call Raphael in to work on my third eye,
Hmm.
comes in with an indigo light because that's the color of your third eye. So
Right.
I say he comes in with it, but then I say, Archangel Raphael, please also come in with your green flame, healing flame, and
Hmm.
heal my entire body. Spread it all throughout my cells, every cell in my body,
Yeah.
every day. And I also love and bless my body daily.
Yeah. Yeah.
I learned that from a
Amazing.
lady named Danielle Lipton. She teaches from the Arcturians,
Oh, cool.
and she has her own book. And actually, you should really get this book. My Ascension Guide. She channels
Cool.
the Arcturians, and this is really, she really helped me. She's taught me for the, I've been watching her for like 2 years now.
Oh, that's wonderful. That is wonderful.
She brings in the Arcturians and has the meditations and stuff. So yeah.
I have found that I worked with the Arcturians a lot, like 10, 12 years ago, but I have really found that since 2022, the Arcturians have really come forward. And my perception has always been that they're, like the peacekeepers of our part
Mhm.
of the universe. And, they're very highly evolved. So I feel as if they've been sitting there like holding a space, and all these other beings have been working with us and have been working with clearing energy and creating the changes. And now the frequency is high enough that they're going to come in and they're going to also be working with people.
Yeah, they do. They come in, you can call them in to clean your energetic grid structures and they'll clean them for you.
Hmm.
They'll fine tune them and everything. You just have to ask them. They're right there.
Yeah. And I think that's the key, is you have to ask, and people forget
Yep.
about that. They just think, oh, it must be done, but when you stop and ask, it just moves everything around.
Yeah, but that's like I was saying, I wasn't I wasn't feeling it fully until then, because
Hmm.
I would ask all the time and nothing would ever happen. And I'm like, yeah, these people are saying ask, 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 but nothing happened. And then all of a sudden, boom, it just happened. And
So
you just
then
have to
I'm
keep at it.
wondering if your frequency was then in alignment, that you could connect to them.
Yeah.
Like before, your frequency wasn't there, so you were missing each other.
Yep. Yep. That's what it was. It's just amazing.
It is.
Ever since that cloud came and all that, it's all happened within that period of time. February, March, April,
Yep.
May was the best times for me.
Good.
The
That's
cloud came in
wonderful.
February. I think they came to tell me that they are here and they're not going anywhere.
Uh-huh.
'Cause I kept having doubts. I'm like, "Man, nothing's happening, nothing," and then all of a sudden that cloud comes. I'm like, "Oh, they're here." And
You
that's let me tell you about this. That same day that I saw the cloud, I always what I do, this is what I do. I send hearts to the sky, to the clouds, because I know they're
Uh-huh.
up there. And that's all I do. That's all I've been doing for 4 years, sending them hearts.
Yep. Yep.
Finally, I went walking to the mailbox that same day, and a heart appeared in the sky right there, a heart. They sent a heart to me in the sky where I saw it being formed.
Yes.
That's
I
why
love it.
I'm like, "Man, they're here."
You need to have a blog, Mary Jean, that's my messages from the clouds.
Yeah.
And that way, talking about these symbols that you see, the energy that you feel, the way that they present themselves to you, and that would help other people to then begin to notice it too.
Yeah. I have so one picture that I took in like 2019 or 2020 where it looks like a skeleton and his dog are on a ship. And they're just sitting there like they're in their living room. That's what it looks like, but it's in the cloud. And people
Wow.
actually saw it. They're like, "Man, is he in his living room?" I'm like, "Yeah, I think he's in the living room."
Yeah. What was the message that you interpreted from that?
I'm here. We're here. We're here and we love you.
We're just hanging out, just like you're hanging out.
Yeah, we're watching you. You're fine. Everything's gonna be okay. I stopped watching TV like probably 2 years ago.
Mhm.
I turned off everything. I'm like, I don't even wanna watch TV anymore. It's everything's so boring. It's like I try
Yeah,
to watch something and it's just boring.
right.
I'd rather yeah, huh?
Yeah, I find that to be true too. Although I will say I like the Hallmark movies because
Yeah.
they're fluff. You know, you're not going to see a lot of violence. You're not going to see, and I know a lot of other people, like most of my family, are like, "Oh, it's so boring. How can you stand?" I said, "I don't care. I want to. If I want to watch TV, I want something that's going to be warm and loving and uplifting." So
Yeah,
that's good
that's
for
true.
me.
That's true. I mean, I watched The Notebook probably about 3 months ago.
Uh-huh.
Uplifting stuff. I won't watch regular TV though. I don't
Yeah.
have TV anymore.
Yeah, me either. And I don't miss it at all. In fact, something had come across one of my feeds that was being said on regular TV. And I thought, where is this coming from? Because my perception of things is that so much has already been cleared out and that even mainstream media is transitioning. So when I saw this and I saw it came from mainstream media, it almost gives you that sense of what universe are you living in that, what it I wonder if sometimes people will look at all of us that have been on this pathway and that understand the spirituality and understand what's really happening and think we're in some little bubble. And then I look at something like that and I think, are you guys even a part of society? And I think they're in some little
Yeah.
group of something.
Yep. When I go out, I usually cast love and light to everybody. I cast love and light to you. I cast love and light to you. Even when I'm
Mhm.
going down the road, I cast love and light to you. I cast love and light to you. But earlier I was outside giving heart blast because I have this music that I listen to.
Uh-huh.
And well, it's trance, but it's called heart. I call it heart blast music, and I blast out blasts of love out to the universe. That's what I do.
Cool.
Not sure if it's working yet because I'm in the beginning stages, but I'll see it in time. That's what they said, that I will see it in time.
Well, and I think that people, including both of us, I think we all need to realize that we're way more powerful than we think we are. And it's having that clear intention and living from your heart that just automatically puts you there and they see you and they know you're there and they're communicating. And I think and my also my personal perception from different channels and things is that there's a massive group of these angels and light beings. Their whole job is just to be here in support of humanity as we go through this. So this is why I think when someone's beaming up that white light or that light of love, they see it and they know. So it's not about, am I evolved enough? Have I done enough? No. It's about your intention, and whether you're new beginning to this or you've been doing it for years, that light is what they pick up on, and they can feel the love and the light that you are radiating and that you're living your life with. And that's what it takes. That's all it takes.
I know they can feel it because I mean, I asked when I first woke up, I used to meditate a lot when I
Hmm.
first started, and I asked the tarot readers, can they see our light when we're meditating? And the answer was always yes when I asked. So,
Hmm.
I was wondering that. But when I meditate outside, there'll be no clouds in the sky by me. And as soon as I start meditating, and when I open my eyes, there's little bitty clouds right there all around me, watching me. So I send up my little hearts to them.
Yep. I love it. I love it.
um, did you want to do like a meditation or something?
Sure. I'll be glad to. So, when so I've got two different aspects of my websites. Goddess of Creation is, I do a meditation twice a month. I just did it this past Monday,
Yeah.
and it's the first and third Mondays. And that's like a true meditation. And then I talk to the universal light beings, and that's twice a month on Wednesdays. Hey there.
Hi, Marcy.
And so whenever I do something like that, like meaning talking to the universal beings, I'm awake and focused and I can read things. But when I'm doing a meditation, I'll just pull the energies that are around us. So what I'll do is I'll tap into all of you all that are here. Now, unless someone wants a specific thing they want us to look at, but I'll just do a quick little meditation and we'll just pull on these energies and see what comes through.
Okay.
So I love your communication with the clouds.
Thank
So that's kind of like saying, okay, we're going to
Some
start this.
people think I'm nuts.
We can all be nuts together, right?
Yep.
All right. So whenever I do a meditation, I just invite you to take a deep breath in. And whenever you breathe into your heart center, this is allowing you to bring your focus right here within your heart. And as you take a deep breath in, you're pulling all that energy from your emotions, your mental body, all that's around you. You put it into your heart center. And then as you breathe out, just gently let go. You can let go of any thoughts or any anxiety. You can let go of whatever it is that's ready to just be gone. And with every breath that you take in, you're breathing deeper and deeper down within you so that you are finding that energy as it goes down through your heart into the cells within your body. And then again, as you breathe out, you're just letting go of any tension or stress. As you focus on your breathing, letting your breathing be just very gentle and easy, with a clear intention that every breath in, you're centering within, every breath out, you're letting go. Allow your consciousness to just shift up. Move into a place where you're standing outside in your yard, or maybe you're in a park, but you're standing in a place where you can easily see the clouds around you. And as you are looking around, you're looking with your inner eyes and you're asking to know, do the clouds have information for me? Do the clouds want to clear out my energy? Or perhaps even, what do the clouds mean to me? As I was saying this, I saw someone got rained on. So that rain from the clouds can be very cleansing, cleansing your energy, cleansing your thoughts, whatever it may be. But I invite you now to just let your imagination flow free and feel as if you are just moving up into the clouds. There's one particular cloud that knows you personally. Feel as if you're just moving, transitioning until you can merge with the clouds. And as you come into this space, the cloud is within your higher self, but it is also a place where you can connect with whatever being is here for you. You might see, sense, or know who is here. It might be a large gathering. You can create this space in the clouds to be one that you come back to again and again if you so choose. This cloud then becomes a way of showing you what you might need to know in your life right now. Perhaps it's as if a screen opens up in front of you And there are some of those answers that you're looking for. Perhaps this screen is helping you to understand what your next steps are to take in life. And it's just here waiting for you. As you receive these messages, there's also this overriding energy that says, you're good, you're okay, everything is fine. So no matter what your everyday reality may feel like, this message from these guides are here and sharing with you that you're okay. Everything is good. So if that's not your reality, then look around once more. And perhaps there's something that will help you get to that space. There we go. I can feel the peace moving within. I can feel each one of you having a moment where you can just express who you are. You can stay in these clouds as long as you would like. However, for now, I invite you to just stream your energy, stream your consciousness back down. You may find yourself in the yard like before, or you may find yourself sitting or laying down in a different location. As you feel that energy coming back within you, allow your focus and energy to come back once more within your heart center. Anchor your energy down into the earth. Bring all of your consciousness back with you until you feel yourself present once again. You could take in a deep breath and then breathe out.
That was
I feel
awesome.
as if people are just kind of still coming back in a little bit, but
I felt I am a kind, magical being to myself and others.
yay! What a beautiful message. That's fabulous. That is fabulous. I heard I am love. And I think that was a message for anybody. You know, when people begin to think about themselves as I am love, then that kind of transcends the ego and that takes you into that heart-centered place. And you can't help but look at the world through the eyes of love because you are love.
Yeah. Yep, we are all love.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I do on my channel as well is I do affirmations.
Mm-hmm.
I love to say affirmations. I say like 300 affirmations in the morning as soon as I wake up.
Wow.
It's really changed my perception on life and everything with these affirmations. They have just changed me so much for the better.
Good.
I
Good.
first started doing the affirmations from the angel book that I have. This one
Mm-hmm.
that I got, they're archangel affirmations. But then I started making my own affirmations after that. I'm like, I can do this. I can do my own. I did an affirmations video today.
You know what's interesting is when I was, again, this is in the 90s, people were talking about affirmations a lot then, and I would like write them, and I would just write. But what I found was happening for me was it became kind of rote, like meaning I would just write the words, but I wasn't really connecting into the energy or connecting into the words themselves. So affirmations are so beautiful when you really recognize how you're taking it from your thoughts and beliefs down into your heart, and it becomes something that you can really be a part of.
Yeah. Info Prism felt tingling in his crown.
Good.
Heard you are special and loved.
Oh, there you go.
And
I love it. I love it.
it's so true. It helps to forgive.
That's true. You
Anna's
know,
my number one fan.
oh, really? That's awesome. That is awesome.
I love Anna.
So, forgiveness is such a big part of this whole spiritual awakening, isn't it? And I know for me, when I was going through my process in particular, I kept saying, well, who do I need to forgive? And it was always me, me, me.
Yep.
So, so I think forgiveness is very, very, very powerful, but it has to start within you, because as you forgive, you, be it just perceived or real or whatever it is that you need to forgive, that's what opens you up to accepting who you are. That's what opens you up to love, and that's what opens up the door for all these different things.
Yeah. And that's why the affirmations are so good, because you can always write in there, I forgive myself and others.
Mm-hmm.
And you just repeat it constantly. As soon as you wake up, as soon as you open your eyes, that's the best medicine for me.
Wonderful.
Sometimes I might go a day without doing them and I feel so bad. So I do them as soon as I can, even though I didn't do them as soon as I wake up.
Right.
But yeah.
My perception too is that when you have a process like that of something that you're accustomed to doing at a particular time of day, whether it's right before you go to bed, after dinner, whatever time of day it is, whatever that time is, what you're doing is you're creating a contract in essence with your angels and light beings, and they show up for you and you show up for them, because you said, and whether it's just in prayer, meditation, affirmations, no matter what it is that you're doing, by having that consistency like that, it's literally like you're making a contract, and you show up and they show up and you're working together.
Yep. They show up for the in the pendulum too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. I've learned that I can learn my chakras to see if they're balanced with my pendulum.
Mm-hmm.
I never knew that.
That's a great idea.
I never knew any of that. I'm learning all kinds of stuff, and it's so amazing.
Well, and the important thing is learning what works for you,
Yeah.
because one that may work for one may not work for another. But the pendulum can be very, very powerful.
Yeah, I use the pendulum probably every day to talk to the angels and my guides, because that they're talking through it, because I ask them things that I know that is a no answer and they tell me no.
Mm-hmm.
So I know it's them. And then it's like they have jokes too about things too. They do. They joke with you.
What was one of their jokes recently?
Probably I was asking about, am I going into 5D? And they said maybe. So I think that's a
Oh,
joke.
do you think you're going into
I know
5D?
I am. I know I am. So
Of course.
I don't even know why I asked it. I just did.
Right. Right.
But they joke. They do.
Well, and the funny thing about that is you knew it already. And so by them making, something with light and laughter about it just helps you to, oh yeah, I knew that already.
Yeah.
That's a way of affirming things for you.
Before I came on, I was feeling a little nervous. So I pulled from the deck, Divine Masters deck.
Uh-huh.
I pulled Commander Ashtar, because I said, Divine Masters, please come to me and tell me what I need to know before this live. And this card is, I mean, it's just, can I read it?
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's just everything. It says, Ashtar and the Ashtar Command are here to bring you the message that you have the ability to help others heal and evolve. The challenges you are surmounting is opportunities to lead and by example. Living honestly and sharing your truth has always been important to you. Now you are being given the opportunity to live your truth in view of the world.
There you go.
I
There
mean,
you go. Perfect.
this
That
that's
is
what you
perfect.
mean about the card. I pulled it. I'm like, as soon as I read that, I was like, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, I love you, I love you.
You know, I love pulling cards, and it's so funny because sometimes like I'll go into a phase where I'm like doing them almost every day, and sometimes it'll be the same cards, and I'll be like, "You told me that yesterday," and they're like, "Do you think anything changed?" So sometimes if it's maybe it's an answer that I already know the answer to, and they'll just reaffirm it that way. But I have on more than one occasion. Do you think things have changed yet? And when I get impatient, because oh my goodness, am I impatient? And
Yeah.
it's just like, just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That's been one of the biggest changes for me on this spiritual journey. Is I'm still impatient, but it doesn't make me as frantic or frustrated as it used to because I just let it go.
Info Prism. I have not been sick either in a decade. I
Wow,
don't get sick ever.
that's
Everybody
awesome.
gets COVID and everything. I've never had it. I don't even get the sniffles. I don't get anything.
I have found, in fact, my last year of working, and maybe this was another way of the universe telling me, because like I said, I'm a registered nurse. I was in a hospital, not in the main hospital, in an outpatient center. But that last year, I had bronchitis twice. I had constant coughing and sniffling, and just, I was just constantly sick. And I felt like, oh, and I knew it was all just sinuses, and I knew it was clearing. And I thought these patients are probably going to think, what is she doing here? She needs to go home. So I retired last December, and I have not been sick once since I left there. So I think our bodies are filters, and I think I was filtering for a lot of other people while I was there.
I know you said that you do Reiki. I have been studying Reiki for the past week. I've been
Uh-huh.
doing the videos online.
Yeah.
Um, do you do it to yourself every morning like they say that, you should?
So yes and no. When I was first learning Reiki, and I am a Reiki master, and I also learned what is it called? Celtic Reiki, and I learned all these different brands because in the late 90s it was like there was Reiki for this, or Reiki for that, and they had different symbols and different things, and the focus was a little different. So that was my foundation and my opening up. And now with the type of channeling work I do and the energy work I do with the channeling, yes, it's kind of like Reiki, but it's different. So if I feel like I need to give something an extra push or an extra, pulse or something like that, I frequently will use the symbols. But it's not something that I work with every single day at this point, because it's always just there. I don't feel like I have to call it in. It's always just there. It's just a part of me.
Yeah, that's good. My friend also does Reiki. I'm going to have her on tomorrow night.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and I do want to do that. I do want to get into that.
Well, it's a powerful way. I've taught it in the past, and you saying that makes me think, well, maybe I should teach Reiki again. I mean, I love to teach. I love to work with people. I love to talk about these things, and I like to help people understand that, hey, you are just as evolved or just as open, and anybody can do these things.
Yep.
It's about your intention and opening up and believing in yourself. So that's some of the main reasons why I really love to teach, and it can be lots of different things.
Yeah, yeah. The reason why I want to do Reiki is because I've been healing my body with, just every day,
Mm-hmm.
spirit to heal my body. So I figure if I'm doing that and I healed my body of certain things that I had, like I used to have knee problems.
Mm-hmm.
I used to have back problems. I had neck problems and I don't have them anymore because I feel like I've healed myself.
Good.
So if I can do
Wonderful.
that, I can do, the Reiki. I can learn that and help other people. That's what I want to do. I want to help people.
Yes. Yes.
That's the most important thing.
Well, and Reiki is a wonderful system. It's not the only system. There's so many different things out there, and it's about what resonates for particular individuals. But one of the things that I like about it is it's ancient. It's from ancient Japan, and it when for me being very left brained. When I was trying to open up to something that's really abstract, like energy healing, it,
Mhm.
it it has symbols and it has other things that allow you to focus that left brain, and it just kind of helped me to kind of bridge the gap on that.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we're going to end the video, but did you want to tell the audience anything before we leave?
No, I just want to say thank you, Mary Jean. I think this is awesome that you're reaching out like this. It does kind of put you outside your comfort zone, doesn't it? And I think you've done great. I really appreciate you inviting me to be on here. It's wonderful. And so I'm have goddesslight.net and crystallinetransformations.com are my two websites, or Shelly Dressel channeler in on YouTube, and then you can see a lot of the videos and everything there.
Yeah,
So
I'll put some of your links in the description.
okay,
Your
great,
goddess
perfect.
link and your Telegram link also.
Yes,
So
yes.
people can find you.
Yeah, I love Telegram. I feel like that one is where you can have conversations with people.
Yeah.
And I'm still on Facebook. I have a lot of stuff that happens on Facebook, but I'm on Rumble, Facebook, all those different things. And I think that we're in a very special time in our evolution. I think that we're all very fortunate to be here and be able to experience this. And I want to thank all of you for being here. Great questions and comments. I appreciate that.
I appreciate you coming on so much. And Anna, yes, tomorrow you can watch it with the Dutch. She's got to do the Dutch subtitles so she can watch it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. But yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
Thank you so much for coming on, Shelly. I
You're
appreciate it.
welcome. And thank you all for being here. Good to see you, and I hope to see you soon.
Yes. Bye-bye. Thank
Bye.
you.